Hi. Today I'm going to be doing a holiday video. Just a minute, I just gotta get this here. Okay. So now my laptop is on its little table, and I am going to talk to you today about holiday political correctness and why I think it's total bullshit. And so, of course, as you know, I'm somebody who doesn't celebrate Christmas. I celebrate Hanukkah and winter solstice, and I have some pretty unique holiday traditions that are all my own. Nevertheless, I think holiday political correctness is a load of reindeer crap, and I'm going to tell you why. Well, here are some examples of holiday political correctness and why I think they're stupid. So, um, saying Merry Christmas as opposed to Happy Holidays, well, whether if you say that to me, well, it doesn't apply to me. I'm not going to get too offended, but anyway, some PC people will get offended even if they hear Christians saying Merry Christmas to each other. That is incredibly stupid. That's like saying you're offended by two Jews saying Happy Hanukkah to each other in public. And then you have these toy soldiers sometimes. In the town I used to live in, there were these gigantic toy soldiers. They used to be at a mall, and then when the mall closed, they put them all over the town. Now this giant toy soldiers carried guns, fake guns of course, but the PC people threw a huge fit that these toy soldiers with their guns promoted violence and war and would possibly turn kids in the town violent. That is incredibly stupid. I love the Nutcracker and I love the toy soldiers and Babes in Toyland who fight against the evil army of Barnaby. Seriously, that's fun. And since their guns are fake, they can't actually kill people. So kids seeing that are not going to, turn violent. They're not going to pick up real guns and shoot other kids, and they're certainly not going to be responsible. They're not going to cause any school shootings because of wooden toy soldiers. However, the PC people disagreed, so several of the soldiers had their toy guns taken away from them, and I can't remember exactly, but I think a few of them had their guns replaced with candy canes. So how do you like that, PC people? Your kids aren't going to turn violent. Now instead of shooting each other, they're going to get diabetes from eating too many candy canes. Hey, you asked for it. Now there's that, some people will complain that Santa Claus uses reindeer and elves as slaves. I disagree. The elves are respected, well-paid workers. The reindeer are beloved livestock, which he doesn't kill, by the way, because a lot of reindeer-herding tribes up in that area do use reindeer for food, but Santa Claus doesn't. They're like beloved pets to him. Now, I will just say about Santa Claus, I don't like the idea of Santa Claus giving kids coal, but not because it's politically correct, because it's too much like ABA. Even though I'm Jewish, I wasn't raised Jewish, but even then, Santa Claus is based on like the ancient sun god of the Yule tide. So I still believe in him, and I believe that Santa Claus exists as a spirit in the North Pole with the reindeer and the elves, Mrs. Claus in the workshop. I still love that from my childhood. I love all the mythology of Santa Claus and his workshop. And most of that Christmas, folklore isn't even Christian. You subtract Jesus and it's pretty much pagan all the way. So, the Santa Claus I know, though, gives all kids presents. He doesn't give anyone coal. And, just like I believe that the real Jesus, he doesn't send anybody who doesn't believe in him to hell, but instead loves all people and animals unconditionally. So the real Santa Claus, loves all kids unconditionally, and even if they behave bad, gives presents to all of them, doesn't punish anyone with coal. The whole coal thing is much more like, it's a lot like ABA. In fact, I think it's the same thing, and the true Santa Claus does not do that. I even believed as a little kid that Santa Claus never did that. Of course, my mom never told me that Santa Claus did it, but I had faith in Santa Claus as a kid, and I still do, and nothing within that faith told me that Santa Claus, withdraws presents from kids and gives them coal instead. That's what an ABA teacher would do. Santa Claus doesn't believe in that. So, yeah, that's one thing. Well, what else? some PC people complain that Santa Claus is a large white man, and they want either a black Santa or a female Santa or some other non-white, non, you know, cisgender male Santa. That, I think, is stupid. Santa Claus comes from, like, is a derivative of European, of like Nordic, German, Siberian, or like Sami sun gods. And some of those people, like the Sami and the Siberian people, are dark complexioned. Also, Saint Nicholas, the Saint Santa is based on, was a Turkish saint, so he was a dark-skinned Arab. But, however, in spite of all that, yes, those kinds of Santa Clauses would exist, but still, I don't fucking care if Santa Claus is a white man with a white beard, because just let him be that way. Don't raise such a stink about needing a black Santa or a female Santa. If you want those kinds of Santa Claus, that's fine, but don't give other people crap about it. So, where else? So that's some of that stuff about holiday political correctness that I think is just ridiculous. People have the right to celebrate whatever religious tradition or non-religious tradition that they want during the holidays. But I still think the meaning happy holidays is good enough. Now, whether or not Merry Christmas should be put above and it should be mentioned in towns or in malls or hung up as a phrase, that's a whole thing entirely. I kind of like it if they say happy holidays just because it's inclusive to everyone's tradition, because remember, I don't celebrate Christmas, and that's kind of how I feel. However, if somebody puts up the words Merry Christmas in public, I'm not going to have a hissy fit about it, and I don't think anyone else should. So it's like, yeah. So those are my thoughts on holiday political correctness and why I think it's ridiculous. I think everyone should just have a happy holiday season, celebrate whatever they celebrate, or if they don't celebrate anything, that's fine too, and just relax, don't, give anyone crap for liking certain holiday traditions or, forgetting to mention that other people celebrate other holidays. So, happy holidays. Well, technically, my holidays haven't started, and a lot of people's haven't yet, but the commercial corporate America has said it's the holiday season pretty much since after Halloween. I don't like that, but I'm giving this holiday video because December has started. You're gonna see me in a few other holiday videos this month.